Just one more section. Let's cover some of the dwarfs. These are the heart-shaped dwarfs from the nosy family that are setting fruit well and still blossoming like crazy. I'm going to try to get into a position here where we can look at some of the heart-shaped fruit that are forming. I know the shadows are kind of funny, but hope you can see that. This is a dwarf lemon ice that's probably going to go to around a pound. By the time it's done growing, the plant's continuing to set fruit. And we'll look at a few of the striped ones down here. I'm really pleased overall with how healthy things have been. Here's a dwarf Kelly Green setting fruit. This is a striped variety from the Beauty family that one of our growers named Lurley found last year. Striped Yellow Beauty. Doesn't really have an official name yet. Here's a dwarf Beryl Beauty cluster that's growing in here. Again, just about all of these are setting fruit. So rather than linger on them for any length of time, we'll just, well, let's go down and look at some of the Baronias. You can see the fruit that are setting on these. We'll do a separate video at some point where we can look at the fruit that are setting on each one at some point during the season, maybe when things start ripening. And we can always take a look. This plant's not doing well at Adelaide Festival, but you can see a nice striped tomato. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera a little bit. Don't know how the focus is going to be on that. You can see where all these plants have fruit that are coming along. And I think that for those who are in the dwarf project for the first time, hopefully what you're finding out is how beautiful these plants are. The fact that they can be kept to or trained easily at around a 3 to 4 feet height, the dark crinkly green foliage, the remarkable fruit set. Essentially, as I'm finding with some of the data I'm collecting, they grow about half the rate of indeterminate varieties. So right now where the indeterminates tend to be around 5 or 6 feet tall, the dwarfs tend to be around 2 or 3 feet tall. That probably should be it for this video update. I want it to be a quickie. I don't know if I showed the eggplant last time, but just to, some of these are growing in 2-gallon pots, some in 5-gallon pots, but they might be one of the easiest things to grow. Here's one called Midnight Lightning, showing a really pretty lavender flower, and that will be setting fruit soon. This is the wall of small pot indeterminates, and just because the pot is small certainly doesn't mean the plant is small. And this is the lone determinate that I'm growing, green grape, kind of a ball around 2 feet tall, and that's what it's going to be. And you can, this is, I know I talk about this now and then, this is the threadleaf mutation that shows up sometimes in the Lucky Cross type plants, and this one is Striped Sweetheart. So I'd love it to set fruit, but typically they don't. Step back in the shade. So, what's the saying? It's a jungle out there. It is a jungle out here. I know a lot of people comment about, should I have drip irrigation? Is it difficult to water? Well, I actually like to walk around and observe things in water. So it only takes me about 20 minutes to water this entire plot. And doing that once a day is a small price to pay for the hundreds and hundreds of pounds of vegetables that we'll harvest out of this. The fact that they're growing in nice, clean, bleached containers with fresh, sterile potting mix to start with. And the other, as I blogged the other day, the other inevitability is that some plants, no matter what best intentions are made, you will lose because some infected insect will chew on them, or some spore will blow in and you'll have to deal with disease. But certainly losing 10 or 20 plants if you have 200 lessens the heartache a little bit. So that's it on this absolutely beautiful Friday, and hope everyone is having a great gardening season. Until next time, bye-bye.